In today's kind of crazy business world, there's this one role that's quietly gone from being a back office support job to, well, the company's most important engine for growth. I'm talking about revenue operations, or RevOps. So how in the world did that happen? And maybe more importantly, what does it mean for the future of your business? Let's dive in.
So think about this question for a second. It really gets to the heart of a huge challenge for businesses today, right? We are all drowning in data, but we're absolutely starving for wisdom. The companies that are winning aren't just collecting information, they're connecting the dots. They're using it to drive smart, scalable growth. And the answer, it lies in a function that has totally reinvented itself.
Okay, so let's get on the same page with a clear definition. At its core, RevOps is the function that aligns your entire revenue-generating machine. We're talking sales, marketing, customer success, the whole shebang. And it uses data not just to report on what happened last quarter, but to actually architect the future. It's all about building a solid foundation for smart, sustainable growth. But it wasn't always this big, strategic thing. To really get why it's so powerful today, we have to look at where it came from. So let's rewind a bit and look at the old way of doing RevOps.
For a long, long time, RevOps was just thought of as a bridge. Its main job was basically to connect the two big islands of sales and marketing, just making sure that information could pass between them without causing a major traffic jam. It was a connector, a go-between.
And its day-to-day responsibilities totally reflected that role. We're talking about things like aligning CRM fields, making sure everybody was using the same metrics, and just keeping the dashboards looking clean. Now, don't get me wrong, that's important stuff, for sure, but it's fundamentally reactive, it's administrative. It was about maintaining the system, not actually designing it.
But that was then. Today, oh man, things have changed a lot. RevOps has really grown up from that tactical support role into a true strategic powerhouse. And here's what that actually looks like in action.
So the whole metaphor has evolved. We've gone from a simple bridge to the central nervous system. And this isn't just some clever business jargon, it's a massive shift in thinking. See, a nervous system doesn't just connect things. It senses, it processes, and it directs the entire body's actions in real time. That is what modern RevOps does. And this comparison just makes the change so clear, doesn't it? I mean, think about it. RevOps went from just aligning a CRM to designing the entire go-to-market strategy. It evolved from maintaining dashboards to orchestrating the entire customer journey. And here's the most important takeaway. RevOps is no longer just following a playbook, it's writing it. Of course, this kind of evolution doesn't just happen in a vacuum, right? It's being powered by a really deep integration with technology and data. And that means the future of RevOps is, without a doubt, tech-forward. So a modern RevOps function is really built on 5 key pillars. You need intelligent automation to make workflows seamless. You absolutely have to have a single source of truth so everyone is working from the same data. It uses predictive analytics to act strategically, not just reactively. And it has this product mindset, always improving its own systems, using AI and cloud tools to be as agile as possible. Well, this huge tech shift demands a totally new kind of leader. The new RevOps leader is often really technically fluent, maybe even has an engineering background. They're strategic thinkers who get cloud and data systems on a deep level. They're driven by innovation, not just by administration. Okay, so we've seen how RevOps has gotten way more strategic and tech-heavy. But let's get to the question that really matters. What's the actual business payoff here? Why does having a strong RevOps function help you win? It really all boils down to this one question. Is your business making its most important decisions based on clean, connected data, or is it based on gut feelings and a bit of guesswork? A strong RevOps team makes sure it's always the first one. And the results are just crystal clear. Companies that really invest in a mature RevOps function, well, they consistently outperform everyone else. Why? Because their entire operation is built to be more resilient, faster, and smarter. First up, they're more resilient. Because they have total operational visibility, they can spot bumps in the road way earlier and have backup plans ready to go. This lets them handle market shocks much, much better. Next, they are just plain faster. When you break down those silos between teams, everyone is aligned on the same goals and the same data. And that means big strategic decisions can be executed with incredible speed and coordination. And finally, they're smarter, because every single decision is backed by data, not guesswork. They build this amazing culture of intelligent adaptation. They don't just execute a plan, they learn, they improve, and they evolve. So, all of this really leads to one big conclusion. RevOps is no longer a function that you can bury deep in the org chart. No way. It belongs right there at the executive table, helping to write the new playbook for growth.
I absolutely love this quote because it just nails the ultimate value proposition. The RevOps leader becomes a force multiplier. They don't just add their own value, they actually amplify the impact of every single person in sales, in marketing, and in customer success. They literally make the entire team better.
And that leaves us with one last critical question for you to think about for your own organization. Is your RevOps team writing the playbooks for a tech-driven future, or are they still just following the old ones? The answer to that question could really determine your company's path for years to come.